we will not see Alyssa Thomas start for Team USA. We will not see, Sabrina Ionescu starting for Team USA and Jewel Lloyd. We won't see it. However, that's the best team. When you are looking at the most productive players, I don't know how this I don't know how you see that with this starting lineup. It doesn't work. It works. It works, but it's not optimal. All right? It's not optimal. Because we look at the first quarter before the substitutions come in. All right? We look at the third quarter when Team USA went on a gigantic slump. Why, you may ask? Because you put the starters back in the game. Guys, the starters, you put the starters back in the game who was struggling big time. And when I say the starters, I'm not talking about Asia or Stewie. I'm not talking about them, okay? I'm talking about everybody else. Everybody else, you bring the starters back in that third quarter. What happens? Sure, your defensive intensity is up because Asia kind of started that in the third, or not Asia. AT started that in the minutes that she was in that first half. So sure, you have the defensive intensity up. However, you couldn't score. You couldn't make stuff happen. And there is just an issue with that starting lineup. I don't get it. I don't. I really do not understand it. And guys in general, like I think that we need to change. We absolutely need a change. And guys, when I talked about on what was that Sunday? On Sunday, I did a live stream. And I said I was talking about the keys to victory for Team USA. All right. And one of those keys to victory was that I said Alyssa Thomas is going to be your X factor. I talked about how coaching rotations and making changes on the fly was going to be paramount for Cheryl Reeve. She did it in that first quarter. She saw that we was struggling big time. She brought Sabrina in. She brought AT in. She brought Jewel Lloyd in. You see a change, and all of a sudden in the third quarter, let's go back to our starters. They the ones who got us in this mess. What you doing, Cheryl? What you doing? Like it was wild to me. Absolutely wild to me that you decide to go back to your starters. Again, I'm not talking about Asia, and I am not talking about Brianna Stewart. I'm not. Because those two players are fantastic. We're going to get into them more in a second, but I am just saying that Team USA, sure, won this game, but we need to see more changes for the rotations. We need to see rotation changes. Like it is insane to me that darn near one of the players of the game, not in terms of points, but in terms of impact, played only 16 minutes in this game. The fact that you had Kalia Copper with the DNP, it made no sense to me. I don't get it. I don't. Sabrina Ionescu needs to be our starting point guard. She needs to be. Okay? Nafisa Collier needs to come off the bench. Okay? Alyssa Thomas needs to be starting. Dinah Taurasi needs to come off the bench. Guys, we need to see some changes for Team USA. We need a different starting lineup. We need it. All right? In my opinion, this should be the starting lineup. Asia at the 5, Brianna Stewart at the 4, Alyssa Thomas at the 3, either a Jewel Lloyd or maybe a Jackie Young or so at the 2, and Sabrina Ionescu at the 1. That needs to happen. That needs to happen. Chelsea Gray is fantastic. However, Sabrina, I've been saying this, guys. I've been saying this before they even started playing games, playing in the Olympics so far. Before we even saw the Japan game. All right, I've been saying that Sabrina Ionescu needs to have significant minutes at the point. Sabrina Ionescu is not a normal point guard. She's not. She's not a true point guard. However, she is a good point guard for Team USA. She is. And it just looks better. Like, the team flows. She gets people involved. Today, I felt like she was passing way too much. I think Sabrina should have shot more. Absolutely should have shot more in this game. But to me, Sabrina Ionescu is your starting point guard. She is. Whether or not Team USA wants to realize it or not, Chelsea Gray's great. However, Chelsea Gray shouldn't be starting. Diana Taurasi's great. Diana Taurasi should not be starting. Napheesa Collier, I get it. That's your player with the links. I get it. However, Napheesa Collier is way too soft to be starting off for Team USA. Way too soft. In the WNBA, she is fine. But this is international basketball. It's way more physical. All right? And yes, she got it together in that second half. It felt like she was on the bench and she was looking at what AT was doing. So when she came in the game in that second half, I thought Napheesa Collier played a whole lot better. However, I think you want to set the tone early for a team. So we need to see changes to the starting lineup. Will we see changes? No, we will not. I have zero confidence that we will see changes. We will see the same exact lineup against Germany. Same exact lineup. And guys, this Germany team is not the same Germany team that we saw in that exhibition game. It's not the same Germany team. All right? You better watch out for Germany because Satu Sabli is killing. Absolutely killing right now. And Team USA, y'all gonna wind up laying an egg. Y'all gonna wind up laying an egg with this lineup. I'm just saying, you looked fantastic against Japan. You looked absolutely fantastic. But Belgium was way more aggressive than Japan in terms of the physicality. Way more. And what'd you do? You did nothing besides Stewie carrying the game until Alyssa Thomas came in, changed stuff up, brought the intensity, brought the momentum for Team USA, and then Asia and Stewie was able to close it out from there. All right, that's my thoughts. That's my little rant about some issues that Team USA has that it is very easy to solve. Very easy. Just look at the most productive players on the court. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. Okay, that's it. That's it, guys. And if you don't believe me, if watching the game didn't make you a believer that they need to change the starting lineup, they need to change the rotation that they play, look at this. All right, efficiency plus minus. I know it doesn't mean a ton, however, it does give you more insight. Plus minus, the best plus minus, Asia Wilson 17 plus 17, Alyssa Thomas plus 16. Oh, we got some super chats. Let's get to these super chats real quick and we're gonna get back to it. Sorry for this rant, guys. I do apologize. But I'm gonna get to all y'all comments in just a moment. But first, the super chats. Thank you so much, Banji Baby, for the super chat. Says, hey Quita, how's it going, chat? Team USA. Yes, Team USA did get the win, and we were 1 of the day for 3x3. So I guess some positives. I guess LeBron was in the house for the last game, and maybe it was the LeBron effect that got us to win that 3x3 game. I don't know. But we're going to talk about that later, though. We're going to talk about that later. Mitchell, thank you so much for the super chat. It is, or super sticker, it's a pear character holding his belly laughing out loud. Well, thank you so much for the super sticker. I really do appreciate it. Guys, super chats, super stickers goes a whole long way on this channel. And so I really do appreciate all the support that you all give to me every single day. That could be a like, that could be a subscribe, that could be a super sticker, whatever it is, I appreciate it. I thank you so much for it. But guys, I do want to share my screen because there's something in particular that I want to show you. Because when we talk about, I just want to continue to solidify my point that this is not working for Team USA. This is not working. Sure, you got the win and with a significant margin, and so it can make you think, oh, we're fine. We're not fine. Okay? We are not fine. We are not fine. Sure, we got the win. However, you have to play better. All right? And we have the ability to play better. Because when we play better, who do we have in the lineup? Who do we have? Let's take a look. All right, so guys, here is the plus minus. Here's the plus minus for today's game. So let's look at it. All right, best plus minus on the team. Who? A'ja Wilson. Of course, Asia's fantastic. All right. Second, who? Alyssa Thomas. Of course, because she changed the dynamic for this team. Got us back in the right momentum. Who's right after that? Jewell Loyd. I know that Jewell Loyd did not score a lot of points. However, it was something special when she was on the court. It wasn't just the it's not just all about scoring, guys. It's not. Sure, she had 8 points in this game, 3 assists, but it's about spacing. It's about just offensive and defensive intensity that sort of opens up stuff for other people. Who's after that? Sabrina Ionescu, plus minus of plus 10. She, I thought, yes, made some mistakes, absolutely. However, overall, she was a really good point guard for us. Really good point guard for us. And then, of course, we cannot forget about the Breanna Stewart. Y'all, Breanna Stewart was absolutely fantastic today. Like, I really did enjoy watching Breanna Stewart. She was able to figure out what it takes to get the refs to call a foul. She drew 8 fouls today. All right? 8 fouls she drew. That is very, very fantastic. That is very, very fantastic. She had a plus minus of plus 7. All right, guys. So I just wanted to just show you another way. So if watching it, or maybe you didn't get a chance to watch it, and if my sort of explaining sort of how the dynamics worked about some of these players being on the court at the same time, if that didn't help to explain it a little bit more, look at the plus minus. All right. Chelsea Gray had a 1. Nafisa Collier had a -3. Diana Taurasi had a -4. What are we doing, guys? What are we doing? What are we doing? Changes need to be made. Come on. Changes need to be made. Gary, thank you so much for the super chat. Says supporting the channel. I appreciate you, Gary. I appreciate you. Banji Baby says Stewie went full Stores, Connecticut. Yeah, she did. Yeah, she did. I thought Breanna Stewart was absolutely fantastic. All right, absolutely fantastic. I'm just saying, guys. I am just saying. So yeah, guys, what do y'all think about my take on this? I am very, very curious to hear what you all have to say about my particular take on how this game went. Yes, Team USA got the win, and I'm going to talk about Belgium in more in a sec, but yes, Team USA got the win. However, to me, I think there were severe issues. I think there are severe issues that need to be worked out, or else Team USA will get got. Will get got. I says Quita call Mama and put her on speakerphone. No, Mama's at the gym right now. She's working out, so no. And also, she didn't get a chance to watch the game, so cause guys, she works. I do too, but right after the game and whatnot, I can go and watch it, and then do my stream and whatnot. So yeah, she has a real life to take care of, and I don't. That's why that's why I'm here. All right, let's see what y'all have to say. Rocket Knight says Stewie is always good. Yeah, I mean, not always, but yeah, a lot of times she's really good. Absolutely, she is the defending MVP, and that is for a reason, of course. Lindy says I agree with you about the game. All right, Atomic Punk says you're taking spot on. Guy says Gray is still the best ball handler. Sure, however, she's not necessarily helping Team USA right now. So does it matter who your best ball handler is if your team is not productive when they're on the court? Today we were not productive when Chelsea Gray was in. We weren't. The stats say it. Our eyeballs while watching the game showed it. So absolutely, yes. Chelsea Gray is still the best ball handler on the team. However, we weren't successful when she was in. So to me, it doesn't matter who the best ball handler is. It's who can play the role and still have the team be effective. That's Sabrina Ionescu. That's Sabrina Ionescu. I'm just saying. That's Sabrina. That is Sabrina. Favorite says, I think it was a physical game and you need people who can take the bump. Yeah. Yeah. Who can take getting knocked around without complaining and saying that's a foul and all this other stuff and you need people who gonna give it to the other team. And that's what Alyssa Thomas did. Marcus says Collier just came back from injury. Reeves saving her for the rest of the Lynx season. Well, if she's saving her, why is Nafisa starting then? If Nafisa is not back, is still dealing with the injury or whatever, why is she playing 23 minutes? I don't actually believe it's an injury issue. I don't. I actually don't believe it's an injury issue at all. I think Nafisa is just not I think she's just not fully comfortable with a very physical game of international play. I don't think Nafisa's hurt. I don't. I think Nafisa's fine. I think Nafisa's fine. It's because in the second half, Nafisa played much better because she was like, you know what, I'm going to be physical. Why wasn't she that at the start of the game? I don't know. But in the second half, at least she got more physical. So she can do it. It's just that she doesn't seem comfortable right off the bat to start the game physically. She doesn't feel comfortable banging with them. I don't know why, but yeah. Yuzora says, I think you're spot on, Quita. I agree. There are some concerns. Timothy says Team USA needed a tough game. Yeah, and I think that's what this game was. I think this game was a tough game for them. Lindy says committee choose who they wanted. Period. Now these players better bring home the gold, and I think they will. And guys, I don't want you all. I am very critical about Team USA because I think in this case because I feel like there's a lot more that they could have done today. All right, there's changes that I think they need to make because while I do think that Team USA is going to bring home the gold for women's basketball, I also think that if they're not careful, they're going to get got. All right, absolutely, this team should take home the gold. However, when you are putting out a starting lineup that leaves you in the negative every single time, eventually someone's going to get you. Eventually. Maybe it may not be this year. Maybe it may not be this year. Maybe we'll win the Olympics, which we should. We absolutely should. We should win the gold. Guys, also, if you guys give me a helping hand by hitting that like button, also subscribe to the channel. That would be really, really awesome. We have 222 people in the chat right now, and we only got 120 likes. If we can get that up to 220, that would be absolutely fantastic. Please hit that like button. It really does help the channel out a whole lot. I see a lot more in Team USA, a lot more that we could do, and we're not playing up to our potential. We're not, and I think that Cheryl Reeve has to make some changes. She has to. I don't think she will, but she needs to. She absolutely needs to. Rocket Knight says, I don't see USA losing to anyone. They just have to let every player play because this is every 4 years. I don't think they have to let every player play. I am personally not of that belief that every player who's on the court, who's on the team should play. I don't believe that. I don't. I personally would have been cool if some of these players that played today did not play. I'm not cool with Kahleah Copper not playing because Kahleah Copper, you need defense, you need physicality, you need someone who could take a lot of bumps and still get back out there. It's Kahleah Copper. It's Kahleah Copper. So the fact that Kahleah Copper didn't get in the game, to me, I have an issue with that. If Kelsey Plum didn't play today, I wouldn't think that's a big deal. If Diana Taurasi didn't play today, I wouldn't think that's a big deal. If Chelsea Gray didn't start and barely played, I mean, she only played 9 minutes ultimately, but if she had a DNP, it wouldn't have been a big deal at all. But when you're talking about a player like a Kahleah Copper not playing at all, it's a problem, in my opinion, for Team USA. When you needed more defense, when you needed physicality, I mean that's the player right there. When you talk about defense, physicality, offensive, just sort of getting to the basket and making stuff happen, I'm thinking, of course, Asia and Stewie, of course, those are givens. But I'm also thinking AT. I'm thinking about Jackie Young, and I'm thinking about Kahleah Copper. And So yeah, that's my thing. That's my thing. That's what I got to say. But again, tell me if I'm wrong, how I'm wrong, or what you think about that in the comments. Would love to hear your thoughts. All right, let's continue on to more comments. Brittany says, "Yeah, I agree with you. I wish there was a new starting lineup. They had me nervous the first half of the game. Yeah, in that first quarter, I was like, what in the world? Come on now." Belgium's a good team. Absolutely. This is not me saying that Team USA should have steamrolled Belgium. That's not what I'm saying. Belgium is a fantastic team. Absolutely fantastic. And I thought Emma Miesemann played a really, really, really good game. All right. Emma Miesemann ultimately finished the game with 24 points for Team Belgium. She really was the threat sort of all throughout the team. She was, at one point, it felt like it was like her and Julie Van Loo, who was kind of doing everything for this team. Just doing a little bit of everything for this team. But ultimately, they got some good players. They got some really, really good players. And it kind of sucks that Linskens, guys, I actually really, really like Linskens. She was the center for Team Belgium. I actually really, really liked her. I think that she has some potential to be a really, really great player. She has like the makings of being a really good player. I thought she played fine today. But yeah. So, and what is her name? Antonia, the guard for Team Belgium. I thought she was really good as well. She was smoking those threes. She was smoking those threes, and it was really fun to see. It really was. We saw Julie Van Loo and Antonia hitting those 3-point shots for Team Belgium. They were making it happen, trying to. Though ultimately, they don't shoot that efficiently from the 3-point land. Favorite says it was like AT coded the game. Jackie on the floor changed defensive pressure as well. Yeah. Bobby says it's fun watching the light bulb going off in Quita's brain. However, given the limited options to make change, what options do they have? They'll probably still win the gold, but no guarantees. I mean, the option that they have is in my opinion, do the suggestion I made for your starting lineup. Sabrina, Jewel, AT, Stewie, Asia. First player off the bench needs to be Kalia Copper. Second person, Jackie Young. If you need a post player, Brittany Griner and Nafisa Collier, and just sort of swap in like that. That's what you need to do. To me, that's what Team USA needs to do. We have what we need, and it's just fine. We have the pieces. It's just that you don't want to put, coaches don't want to put them in at certain moments. That's what it is. That's what it is.